Hello. Good evening, everyone. Can all of you hear me? Kelvin and Prabha, can both of you hear me? Okay. Dijesh has also joined us. Dijesh, good evening. Can you hear me? Okay, Prabha can hear me. Kelvin, what about you? Can you hear me? Dijesh, can you hear me? Okay, great. Very good evening. How are you doing, Dijesh? Okay, great. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Kelvin, can you hear me? I did not saw your response on the chat box. Good evening, Kelvin. Good evening. Welcome to the class. Hope you are doing good. Okay, Fahad has also joined us. Fahad, good evening. Can you hear me? Hi, Fahad. Can you hear me? I am fine. Thank you. What about you? How was your day, Fahad? Welcome to the class. Okay, great. So let's start with the class. Today we will discuss about market testing and commercialization, and we will also see new product adoption methodology, new product adoption and diffusion process, right? This is a part of production management, right? Both these topics comes under, sorry, product management, right? So we will discuss both these topics today, right? It comes under the category of new product development, right? The comes under the stages of new product development. I hope my voice is coming clear to all of you. It's audible to all of you clearly. Okay, Pravas is clear. Kelvin, Dijesh is clear. Kelvin and Fahad, is my voice coming? Okay, Fahad is clear. Kelvin, what about you? Can you hear me clearly? Okay, great. Let's start. Okay, so I have shared the PPT. So let's start with the first PPT, that is market testing and commercialization. What is the market testing or test marketing? Test marketing is a technique used during the product development. So we will use this technology when any product will be under development, right, or under the production phase. It is not launched yet, right? It is yet to be launched in the market. So at that time we will use this technique. Using this, product developers can refine to make them more commercial, right? So with the help of this market testing technique, the product developers are a team of people who are working days and night for making the product better before it is launched in the market. So they take care of all the parameters which a buyer can think of before launching that product in the market, right? So they work days and night to make sure that product fulfills most of the desires of the customers, right? So this technique all helps them in a great way for refining their product and trying to make it more commercial. More commercial means more market friendly, right? It is one of the simple tests. One of the simple tests is online test marketing, right? So many organizations nowadays run this online marketing test where they give the surveys for the end users to fill and give their views or reviews on that, right? Let's see the definition of test marketing. Test marketing is the stage at which the product and marketing programs are introduced into more realistic market settings, right? This is the definition which was given in Philip Kotler. Philip Kotler is a renowned management guru, right? And he has written a lot of management books, Philip Kotler. According to him, this is the definition. Test marketing is the stage at which the product and marketing programs are introduced into more realistic market settings. More realistic means more customer based, right? Objectives. What are the objectives of market testing? Consumer awareness and attitudes, right? So that the consumer is more aware about their products, right? Purchase measures, reaction from competitors. These are the three objectives. Let's see the types of testing. So one is a concept testing. In concept testing, what we do, we measure the customer's reaction. How does the customer react after using the product for the first time, right? So, so a group of experts works on that and then gives the final report to the development team, and then they can make the changes according to the reports. Next comes the product testing. In product testing, what happens? We put the real product into the selected markets, or right. Lot of times we say a term called pilot project, pilot testing. I hope all of you have heard that pilot testing, a pilot project. So it means that we are testing our services or our product for a small audience, and if that small audience likes that product, then we will launch our services or product in a vast market, right? So those things are done in product testing. So a small section of people are selected, among them the product is tested, and the reactions are checked and their feedbacks are taken. And then if any changes needs to be made, then the changes will be made. If we feel no changes are required, then no changes will be made. Next is test marketing. In test marketing, we logically examine the marketing mix. I have already discussed marketing mix with all of you a lot of times, so I need not to discuss the terminology marketing mix. Clear, everyone? All four of you? Any doubts? The four P's: product, price, place, and promotion. Yes. The Vijay says clear, fast is clear. Okay, great. Kelvin, clear? Kelvin, Can you hear me? Okay, let's see this image and read the quote. Jumping into a startup without market testing can be like skydiving without a parachute, right? So, if we directly jump into the market without understanding the market sentiments, right? So it will be similar to skydiving for the first time without having a parachute. What happens when a person does skydiving without a parachute for the first time? What will happen to him? He will die, right? Similarly, gonorrhea. In the same way, if we don't do the market testing and directly launch our services or products, it will also die. It won't work. That is what they are trying to convey the message. What are the benefits? Time and money. It identifies focus and different from other markets, obtains the feedback from your target market, and based on your feedback you can make the changes in your services or products. It ensures that there is a need for your service. Test out different messages. So these are the some of the benefits of market testing. Then for market testing, for test marketing, like which kind of test market it is, what is to be tested, how long a test will go on, right? So these questions are discussed before starting the process of test marketing. Disadvantages: replicability means repeat repeating the feedbacks or repeating the things. Effectiveness and the cost. Some feel that it is a very costly process and lot of money will be wasted in taking the feedback of the customers. Right, so this is all about market testing. Any doubt so far? Anyone has? Okay. Prabha says no, Fahad says no. Dijesh and Kelvin, any doubts? Okay. I found one great article right now. How to do market testing? Let's see one sample. Right. I found this. So I found this. Yes. Now here is how to begin. Yes. Develop a prototype. Prototype means sample, model or description of the product or services that you can show to others. Most ideas for new products or services don't work for the first time. Right now there are many products or many services which does not work for the first time. Right, with a model or to a prospective buyer. Prospective means future buyers. It also allows you to try it out for yourself to make sure it works. Be sure to keep accurate notes of your research. You may come up with an even better idea later, right? So based on the feedback you will get from prospective users, right? There is a big possibility that you have to do some changes before, which can even enhance your services or product. So this is the first thing you can do. Right. Next thing is the pricing. Pricing is also an area of concern. What price to keep, which is competitive in the market as compared to your competitors. This one, yeah. Determine the price that you can sell the product for in the market. How to choose the price? Well, what is the price that we need to keep? Get accurate prices and delivery dates from suppliers, especially if you are purchasing the product for resale. Determine all the costs involved in bringing the product or services to the market. That is the cost of offices, equipment, shipping, loss, breakage, insurance, transportation, salaries, etc. Include your personal labor cost at your hourly rate at the cost of doing the business. Ask your friends and family if they had bought this product at the price you will have to charge. Right, so this is how to set the pricing by including all these charges and our hourly charges. Right. Next, go to a potential customer with your sample or prototype and ask if he could buy it. Now, once you are ready, then try to get some prospective customers, right? Be sure to call on the individual who makes buying decisions. Then ask him how much he has to pay for this product. If people criticize your new product ideas, ask them why. Ask how the product could be modified to make it more attractive. Right? So this is one way of getting the feedback and then making changes based on that. Next step, compare your product with other products on the market. Right now, suppose whatever services you are giving or whatever products you are selling in the market, it might be possible that or there is a very big possibility that other users are that other business people are also selling those same products with a different name or services with a different name. Right now, it is your responsibility, right, to get to know about their product as well, right, because they are your competitors, right? So you have to have the knowledge of the type of of the pricing at which they are selling their products, right? So that you can keep your prices or set your price accordingly. Continuously ask, why would someone switch and buy from me? Right now, suppose you have to have the answer, right? That since you are launching a new product, but other people are already selling that same product in the market, why will the customers who are buying that old product leave them and come and buy your product, right? So there have to have some X factor in your product and services, which is not available in your competitors' product or services. Getting my point, everyone? Okay. Continuously ask, why would someone switch and buy from me? Solicit the negative opinion of others. Don't fall in love with your idea. Be an optimistic pessimistic by looking for the flaws in your marketing plan. Flaws means loopholes. Loopholes in your marketing plan. Next step. Trade fairs. Very good place to display your products or services. Optimistic means unrealistic, right? Optimistic means unrealistic. I think. Sorry, optimistic means hopeful and confident about the future. This is the meaning of optimistic. Hopeful and confident about the future. I am optimistic about all four of you that all four of you will excel in your career in the future and will be the managers, the directors, the CEOs of the organization in future. Right? So that is what optimistic means. Clear, Prabha? Sorry, Dijesh, clear? Okay. It's pessimistic, not pessimist. Pessimistic is just the opposite of optimistic. Right? Optimistic people think they are hopeful and confident about their future. Pessimistic people are tending to see the worst aspect of things or believe that the worst will happen. Can all of you hear me? Okay, I am asking which mystic are all four of you? Pessimistic or optimistic? Depends on situation. Prabha is optimistic. Brijesh is optimistic. Fahad, can you tell me a situation in which you will think in a pessimistic manner? Can you think of any situation? Okay. Next, visit trade shows and exhibitions. Right? They are a terrific place to get immediate feedback on a new product. You can get into a trade show by signing up as either a manufacturer or a wholesale buyer. Once you are in, find out what else is available that is similar or that performs the same function as your product. Other companies marketing similar products will have their products on display. Take a good hard look at what they have to offer. Then talk to product buyers. Sophisticated buyers at the trade show can tell you immediately whether or not your product will be successful. Same example, past sales. If ever I am trying to launch a product by myself, I need to expect both the positive and the negative result. Yes, I agree. I agree with you. Correct. Right. So, in order to get the feedback about your services or product, trade shows and exhibitions are a good place to, right, where you can get to understand the sentiments of the buyers. Next, the only real test of a product is a market test, where you take your new product or services to a customer who can buy it to see if he likes it. As soon as you know your cost and price, make a sales call on the potential buyer. The ability to see the product is more important than any other skill. This will give you a chance to sharpen yours. Listen carefully to the comments and objections of the buyer. Their feedback is priceless. Right? So never ignore the comments and objections of the buyer. Right? And try to make the changes regarding the objections they have made. Then once you are determined that there is a large enough market for your product and the price you will have to charge to make a profit, immediately begin thinking of ways to improve both the product and the marketing. Continually tweaking your plans instead of sticking only with your original ideas will help ensure your product success. Right, so this is how we will implement market testing. One very good example. Any doubts anyone has? Any doubts? Okay. Now see this. These are the steps for new product development. Right. The first step is new product strategy development. Then then idea generation. Then screening and evaluation of the ideas. Then the business analysis. Then development. Then market testing that we have done just now. And last one is the commercialization. Right, so these are the 7 steps of new product development. Right, now we have done market testing. Now let's come to commercialization. What is commercialization? Can anyone tell me what is commercialization? See, what is commercialization? It is the process of launching a new product, right? It may involve heavy promotions and filling the distribution network with the products. The process of managing something principally for financial gains. Not sure till then. Okay, let's read it together. What is commercialization? It is the process or cycle of introducing a new product or production into the market. Right, so once the market testing phase is finished, then it means that the product is ready or ready to go live in the market. Right? That stage is known as commercialization. It is often confused with sales, marketing, or business development. Right? So it is not correlated with either sales, marketing, or business related. These are the three stages of commercialization: develop, test, and launch. Right? Let me type it down. 1 second. Okay. Now these are the three steps, right, that must be implemented during the commercialization of new product. What are the three steps? The timing of the launch should coincide with a good economic situation to maximize the sales. Cannibalization of existing products should be avoided, and the product should only be launched when no further improvements are foreseeable. Right. So the timing at which the product should be launched should be chosen very carefully. Right. A product should only be launched when the economic situation of the country or of the market is good. Right. So that people can buy your product with a free mind. Right. Only then there will be maximum sales. Cannibalization of existing products should be avoided. One second. I was just checking the meaning of cannibalization, right? So cannibalization refers to a reduction in sales volume, sales revenue, or market share of one product as a result of the introduction of a new product by the same producer. This is the definition of cannibalization. Yes, Dinesh. Cannibalization refers to a reduction in sales volume, sales revenue, or market share of one product as a result of the introduction of a new product by the same producer. Right now, the organizations should be sure, have to make sure, right, that they are not launching the same marketing mix product, right? Like some market have, suppose say some business, some organization have launched the soap, right, 5 months back, which is performing good in the market. then it will be foolishness to launch another soap after 5 months, right? Which which will impact the sales of the previous launch, right? So the company should avoid such things which can have an impact on any of the other product sales revenue. Clear? Clear? Kelvin, Prabhat, Dijesh and Fahad. Okay, Dijesh says yes. Fahad, Prabhat and Kelvin. Okay. Next step. Companies must decide which locations to launch depending on their target market, capabilities and marketing strategy. So location is also very important where they will be selling their products. By targeting the primary consumer group, which includes the innovators, the early adopters and opinion leaders, the company can ensure adoption by other buyers in the marketplace during the product growth period. Right now, there are these primary consumer groups like innovators, early adopters, and opinion leaders. Right? Many companies make sure that they give a good feedback about their product or services, right? Because there are many people who follows them, right? So their opinion matters, right? So once if they give a positive feedback, then at the time of growth, the sales will rapidly grow up for that product or services. So these are the three steps. Develop stage, test stage, and launch stage. It takes place in the market when the following questions are answered. Right? It means that commercialization takes place in the market when the following questions are answered. When the company has to decide on the introduction timings. When the company has to decide on the right. So introduction means when will the company is when will the when is the company planning to introduce the product in the market, where the company has to decide where to launch its product, to whom the primary target consumer group will have been identified earlier by research and test marketing or not, right? Once the organization gets the answers of these questions, then they proceed with commercialization process. Conclusion: without testing, a product in the market is not been able to launch a product and it needs commercialization. Right. So both these final phases are very important. Both commercialization as well as market testing. These two stages. Clear? Any doubts anyone has? Okay, now let's move to another subtopic, that is the new product adoption and diffusion process. Okay, let me just excuse me for a second. Let me take a glass of water and then we will continue. Till then, read this PPT. Okay, think about this process. Till then, I'm just having a glass of water and then we will continue. Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me? One second. Okay. Now before going to this diagram, let's read this. The basic of production adoption process. Yes. Can you see? Dijesh can see what are others? Okay. 5-stage mental process all prospective customers go through from learning of a new product to becoming loyal customers or rejecting it. Right now, if it's some new thing or new product or new services, right? Suppose say Prabha Prabha started its her brand of clothes, right? She designs clothes for people, for men, right? And I visited her shop right for the first time. I don't know anything about that product, right? So what will be the first thing I will do? The first thing is, as a prospective customer, I will try to get the knowledge about that product, right? All the bits and I will try to collect all the bits and pieces of that product, and I will also try to know why this product is different from what is available in the market, or how it is different, right? So to answer such questions of customers, they have categorized that in 5 stages, right, of this awareness, new product adoption process, right? These stages are: number one, awareness. As I told you, prospects come to know about the product, right, but lack sufficient information about it, right? It means that customers will come, will 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 show initial interest to buy the product, but since they have lack of information about the product, they won't proceed, right? So it is very important for the organization's point of view to make sure to educate the customer about their product or services, right? Next step, interest. They try to get more information, right? Now, once the customer gets more and more information about the product, their interest level towards buying the product or services will go up or keep on rising, right? Next is the evaluation stage. They consider whether the product is beneficial or not to them, right? Now, once they have all the information about the product, right, then they will evaluate whether to go with the product or services or not, right? Right, suppose I have made the mind that okay, Prabha made good clothes, she designed good clothes. I will I will test her clothes, right? So then the trial phase comes. they make the first purchase to find its worth or usefulness, right? So they will buy a small portion of it or the right and then check it whether it's useful or not. And the last stage is adoption or rejection. Once they have tested the product, then they will make their final decision whether they decide to adopt it or look for something else. Another explanation is that the customer moves from a cognitive state, that is being aware and informed, to the emotional state that is lacking in preference, and finally to the behavior or cognitive state, right, that is deciding and purchasing, also called adoption process, right? So this is what adoption process is all about. Clear? This is the basic. Kelvin, Prabha, Vijesh, Fahad, clear or not? I explained you in simple terms. Okay, now see this figure. You will understand it in a much better way, right? Now they have used some other terminologies. Knowledge, same, customer wants to get the knowledge about the product or services. Persuasion, decision, implementation, and confirmation. I hope it's clear now, these 5 stages. Adoption process. The consumer decision stages that leads to innovation, acceptance, or rejection. A micro process that focuses on internal forces of the consumer. Intrapersonal influences, interpersonal influences. Product selection criteria. Influences on the rate of adoption. Relative advantages. How much better than existing alternatives, right? They will only adopt your product or services if they feel that it has some X factor of what is currently or presently being served in the market, right? Compatibility, fit with the current values and experiences. Complexity, ease of understanding. The product or services should be easy to understand, easy to use. It should be more user friendly. Divisibility, can it be tried on a limited basis? Communicability, can the innovation be observed and communicated or not? New product diffusion theory. According to this theory, the spread of an innovation from its source to the ultimate customer. It is a macro process that focuses on external forces, on the consumer, change agents, channels of information, types of information, occurs in a social system, that is a target audience, community centers, etc. Now let's try to understand it in this way, percentage way, how different segments of the market act. Here the innovators are 2.5%, early adopters are 13.5%, early majority is 34%, late majority is minus 34%. Sorry, is also 34%. And laggards, which is between including non-adopters, is 16%. This is how your graph moves. Now, speed of diffusion is influenced by competitive intensity, good supplier reputation, standardization of technology, vertical channel coordination, resource commitments, etc. You can see this pie chart, diffusion process. Here the percentage of early adopters is 13.5%, Percentage of innovators, this section is 2.5%, and late majority and early majority is 34% and 34%. Diffusion process, adopter category, innovators. Innovators are the first to buy and typically described as venturesome, younger, well-educated, financially stable, and willing to take risks. Right? So the first set of buyers are known as innovators. Early adopters. They are the local opinion leaders who read magazines and who are integrated into the social system more than the average consumers. Right? So these early adopters are a set of people who goes after some product or services if they see that it is written good about that product, or someone told them that this product or service is good, then only they will go and check out that product or service. Early majority, solid middle class consumers who are more deliberate and cautious. Late majority, described as the older, more conservative, traditional, and skeptical of new products. Right. So, in which category all four of you will come? How will you rate yourself? Are all of you innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority? Prabhat is early adopter. Okay. What about others? Okay. No one is innovator. No one is willing to take the risk to test the service or product. Vijesh, what about you? Same. Okay. Lagarde's last one. Resist change, conservative, like tradition, often older and lower in socio-economic status. The non-adopters refuse to change. Now, these are the lifestyle characteristics of innovators and non-innovators. Innovators have more interest in products. Non-innovators have less interest. Innovators have more interest in opinion leadership. Non-innovators have less. Right. Nothing much important. Dogmatism. I don't know what it means. Let me check. It's a funny word. English is a funny language. It has so many words. Yes. The tendency to lay down principles as undeniably true without consideration of evidence or the opinion of others. Right now, there are one type of people who who live their life on principles, who don't compromise on principles. But there are another type of people who easily compromise on their principles based on the situation. They are known as this dogmatism. The tendency to lay down principles as undeniably true without consideration of evidence or the opinion of others. Clear? Characteristics of a new product success, compatibility. with existing habit, values, and consumption behavior, similar usage as existing product. Right, so it means that the new product that we are launching should be compatible with the lifestyle of the market of people in which we are selling that product or services. Trial ability, experience or see the newness, easily tested, low risk, inexpensive, no special equipment, free samples of coupon. Observability, it is the opportunity for buyers to see the newness. Complexity is a disadvantage for new product, which slows diffusion and may be offset by simplifying usage of through extensive education. Why some new products fail and others succeed? 80 to 90% fail. Why? They fail because failure to meet the customer needs, poor timing, market condition, ineffective or inconsistent branding, technical or design problems. Right? So these are the main causes for the failure of new products. Overestimation of market size and poor promotion. These are the main reasons. Pricing can be reason but not the major. Communication flow, two-step flow of communication. Company message, opinion leaders, target audience. I already told you who are opinion leaders. One who occupies the position of informal influences over the attitudes and overt behavior of others. Opinion leadership is earned, not assumed. Right? So many people are inspired from these opinion leaders. Change agent, one who occupies the professional position of formal influence associated with a given role of status. Change agent's status is assumed, not necessarily earned. Followers, not a passive, patsy, actively seeks influence. You can see this. These are the innovators. These are early adopters, and these are early majority, and then opinion leaders. These are the opinion recipients who follow these opinion leaders. Company message from mass media. These are not important. So this is all about this topic. Alright, hope you have enjoyed this topic. Right, any questions for me? No, okay then, thank you very much. Good night, all of you. Bye bye, take care. I will see all of you tomorrow. Hope you have enjoyed the class. Bye. I will discuss tomorrow, Prabha. Okay, again. I will explain it tomorrow. Fahad, check the calendar. Right. Okay. Bye.